I want to say thumbs up for what people from Kagiso did. We cannot tolerate shit. We cannot tolerate what these foreigners are doing. What Basotho nationals did, working together with Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Mozambicans, Malawians, and so forth, as well as Zimbabweans, is absolutely deplorable. It is disgusting. It is cruelty. It's taking advantage of our kindness. What they did is not just unethical, it is evil. How can you rape someone? Like seriously, what is going on in your head? 10 men in one woman raping her. That's just, we cannot accept that. And also, our state intelligence is very poor. They don't know how to prevent crime. I mean, these people, they come all the way from Lesotho armed with AK-47. AK-47 is not allowed in South Africa. I don't think anyone is allowed to own such a gun. But our government is so reluctant. Our government is so useless. I don't even know if Zizigoto is qualified to be in that position of being Minister of Intelligence or something, some sort of. Look at what happened in Port Elizabeth, where there was some protest, some conflict between taxi drivers and some of the foreigners, and then these people came up with AK-47s. What did our government do with that? Did they went there to confiscate those guns? Did they went there? I don't think they did. Bericel is always comes late. It always comes after something has already happened. Look at what happened in Natal. There's this shooting spree going on in Tavern. Bericel always comes after all that has already happened. How can you explain that? What kind of a police minister? How can you be a police minister but you don't know how to prevent crime? You don't take precautions like CIA does in USA. In USA, this will never happen. I mean, yes, there are shooting sprees, some sort of, but for foreigners wouldn't dare do that in the United States of America. Even in African countries, for that matter, like here in Zimbabwe or Botswana or whatever, South African wouldn't dare do that, to do what these foreigners did in Port Elizabeth or in Kagiso, these Basotho nationals, in Krugersdorp, I mean, they wouldn't dare do that because they know how to prevent crime. They know how to prevent a threat that might come from outside. But our government is not doing that. I don't know what we promised, what the ANC promised, or what the ANC was promised by these African countries that they allow such nonsense. And also another thing that we should question is, how did we allow such massive immigration from not just from Middle East but from Pakistan? These Pakistanis are all over South Africa, all over South Africa. And is this not a sabotage of the state? Because it starts incrementally, bit by bit, that we are taken over. Colonization did not just come and overcome us and just defeat us. It began incrementally. Jan van Riebeeck came to the Cape. I think they were very small, like less than 100. But as years went by, more and more people came, and then they conquered us. They learned our language. They learned about our landscape. They learned how we think, everything. They use whatever weapons that they had with them to defeat us. And these guys are also doing the same thing. We cannot allow people from Lesotho, from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, the Middle East, China, and so forth to come here with whatever arms that they have to be in charge of our economy, because the informal economy has been hijacked by them. Nigerians, Ghanaians, Zimbabweans, Mozambican, people from Middle East, Pakistan, and so forth. We cannot allow that. And also according to that Immigration Act, it is strictly stated that it's only South Africans who are supposed to be benefiting in the informal economy, right? Foreigners are supposed to come here if they have a particular rare skill which South Africans might not have. I would think that most of those skills would be maybe in the automobile industry or skills within this so-called fourth industrial revolution, maybe I would agree with that. But not you cannot just come here, open a salon. No, you can't just come here to do mining. South Africans have been mining for since the 19th century, even before colonizations for that matter. So we cannot allow these foreigners to come here, do illegal mining for that matter. Also, why doesn't if the government is truly genuine, it wants to nationalize mines, why doesn't it start with all these abandoned mines, right? Why doesn't it start with them, right? Take those mines which are no longer working, supposedly no longer working, because I would think maybe there are still minerals there. Otherwise, these people would not come risk their lives all the way from Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and so forth to come and do this illegal mining. Would they do that if there are no longer minerals there? No, they wouldn't do that. So why doesn't the government take those abandoned mines, right? Those deserted mines, and then nationalize them, then employ what? South Africans, right? Because I believe that our minerals belong to all of us. Just as oil in the Middle East and Mediterranean African countries, oil has been what? Nationalized. But I must be careful here, right? Because in South Africa, nationalizing mines in South Africa in a corrupt ANC government, I don't think that will be a solution. Just look at what they've done with Eskom, with Denel, with SABC, and all these other state-owned enterprises. So no, we really need an ethical, genuine, honest government that is not corrupt, that can do this nationalization of mines. But the ANC, I no. That is a hell no.